How do? In this video, I'm going to be interviewing Monsieur Brideau about his involvement in the WAM community, how he started out and what experiences he's had. There's also something of a surprise that I've got for him that I haven't told him about. And I've just seen him outside and he's all suited up. Here he comes. Hello, Monsieur Brideau. Thank you for being here. Hello. Looking very smart today. I thought we were just having a casual, light-hearted chat. Yeah, I thought I'd make an effort for my interview today. Thought I'd wear my best suit. Want to make a good impression. Okay, fair enough. If you want to get yourself comfy, that's your seat right there. This is my seat right here. Yep. Ah, interesting. I can see there's a vat of gunge just above. Okay, yeah, cool. That's fine by me. So yeah, I have a few questions lined up about what got you interested in WAMing, how you started out, what you've been involved with. Yeah, come here today to talk about my history so far in the world of WAM and the experiences that I've had, and yeah, looking forward to it. Can't wait to get started. Great stuff. Of course, we couldn't possibly talk about gunge without having some gunge included. Yeah, there is this big container of gunge above my head, so I've got a pretty good idea what's going to be asked of me. Yep, sounds like you're ahead of me. Yeah, I thought as much. You want me to pull the cord, don't you? Certainly do. Right. Okay. You pull that cord, sir. Wouldn't be a gunge interview without some gunge. Oh, okay. It's broke! Yeah, thank you kindly. We can see that it's broke. Bloody typical, something integral would go wrong. Tell you what, just push the stopper out of the way with your hand. Oh, lovely. There we go. Job's a good one. Whoa. Okay. How does it feel? Well, it's nice and warm. I don't suppose you've got a towel that I can just wipe my face with? Of course not. No, I didn't think so. Not in this room, anyway. You'll be fine, you're a pro. Oh, right. Whew. Feels good, though. Fantastic. Excellent. Okay, first question. How long have you been active with gungings? So, I started gunging all the way back in 2006. So I've been involved in WAM for about 15 years now. Just over 15 years. When did you realise you had an interest in WAM? I became aware of having an interest in gunge back in the 90s. I was corrupted by shows like Get Your Own Back and Noel's House Party, Double Dare, Run the Risk. Just thought it looked amazing the way everyone was getting covered in all this colourful gunge and looked like they were having quite a lot of fun with it. What made you start having your own gungings? So what made me start getting involved with doing my own gungings was I found an old MSN group online called the Gunge Club, and scrolling through all the pictures on that group, I just thought they were amazing. A lot of them were of blokes in smart gear, shirt, tie, trousers, getting covered in slime. But there was one album in particular that really stood out for me. It was an album by Gav the Chav, which some of you in the gunge world might recognise that name. And the album was called Gunge the Chav. And it was this really attractive looking fella. And he was getting covered in copious amounts of gunge. Just thought it was amazing. So yeah, I knew from those pictures that I just really wanted to give it a go, really wanted to get involved, and decided to do it. I actually met Gav when I joined Gunge Lads shortly after the website launched back in 2007. And we're still good friends today. Hello, Gav, if you're watching. Yeah, he probably isn't. Tell us about your first gunge experience. Yeah, so my first gunge experience, like with most people, was in the bathroom, in the bathtub. And I didn't have any of the equipment. I had to buy the buckets, had to buy the Natrazole, had to buy sheets to protect the floors, and also had to buy some clothes. Of course, trousers, tie, shirt. I don't think I was wearing a pair of shoes though, but I am wearing shoes today, as you can see. So I had to get all that equipment and get myself set up. Cool, so you got yourself organised so you could stage your first gunging. The one thing that I had to overcome though was I knew I wanted to take pictures, but I didn't have a digital camera back then. I still had one of those 44mm film cameras, which meant I had to get the film developed in a photo developing shop. So I had to overcome the initial apprehension of someone else is going to see these pictures before even I see them, because as you know, or maybe you don't know, I don't know, with film photography, you don't see the pictures until they've been developed. But I was actually really pleased with how they turned out. Good for you for not giving a damn. So your first gunging was photographed with one of those 44mm film cameras. So in the end you weren't put off by having to collect your first set of gunge pictures? No, like I said, at first there was that initial apprehension, but I soon got over that and thought, screw it. I don't want to be forever looking back wondering what if I had taken pictures, if only I'd taken pictures. It wasn't even a problem taking the filming to be developed. I paid a bit of extra money to get them developed within 20 minutes, so I just kind of hung around the photo developing shop, and after 20 minutes went back in to collect them, and yeah, it turned out actually not even to be a big deal. Like, I don't think anybody cared. So you had no regrets about going ahead with a film camera rather than waiting to invest in a digital camera? Really pleased that I went ahead and took pictures and got the negatives developed. Got a bit of a fondness for those pictures in particular, because that was my first gunging session, and yeah, good memories of it. So what did you do with those pictures? I brought the pictures back home, took a look at them. I was really pleased with how they turned out, and then this immediate thought popped into my head, because I hadn't thought of it before. I decided to scan them onto the computer and upload them to the Gunge Club, and that was me walking through the door to the world of WAM. What does the word WAM mean? WAM is the abbreviation for wet and messy. So anyone who's into getting gunged, getting covered in mud, getting wet whilst clothed, collectively it's known as the WAM community. So yeah, wet and messy. So what was the response you got to posting those pictures? Yeah, got a good response for some people who were also members of the Gunge Club. But probably the most significant thing was I got an email from Dave, the fellow who was the manager of the group, and he sent me this really nice email saying that he enjoyed looking at the pictures, and he was really happy that I was wearing a shirt, tie, pair of trousers, so basically smart gear, and getting gunged in it. And he offered to invite me down to his place down south for a reward gunging. How was that gunge experience with him? Yeah, it was a really good experience to go visit Dave and get gunged by him, and I really enjoyed getting gunged by someone else. That was a lot of fun. He used wallpaper paste and food colouring. And this stuff was freezing cold. I remember he set up this little paddling pool and a chair in the room, and he put a camera in front of me. So he didn't take pictures as such, he videoed the session and then took screen grabs, which he then posted on the Gunge Club. And yeah, this concoction was absolutely freezing cold, and it got some pretty good reactions out of me. It was like having ice cold water tipped over you. It was quite the experience. Yeah, speaking of being cold, are you okay? Because you're starting to shiver. Yeah, I've got to say it is starting to get a bit cold, but no, it's fine. It's fine. It started off lovely and warm, but yeah, I am getting a bit cold. But I'm a rock hard northerner, so it's all right. I'm a pro. I can take it. You're doing all right. You've mentioned already wearing formal clothes for gungings. Is that your favourite attire to get slimed in? Yeah. Got to say that getting gunged in a suit is first and foremost my most favourite attire for getting messed up in. But I do also enjoy getting gunged in tracksuits, lycra cycling gear. I've got gunged in rubber. I've been gunged in leather. And I enjoy wearing leather and rubber. And yeah, it's always fun to have a crossover. But yeah, first and foremost, I have to say a nice suit is my favourite. So what is it about suits? Yeah, it's just that idea of, you've got the serious boss in the office, very formal, everything gets done by the book, who, when he gets home, has got this other side where he's still wearing his suit, but he really wants to have a bucket of gunge poured all over him and gunge poured inside his trousers. That other side of him that just wants to let loose, be free and have some fun. So some straight-laced fella who has a kinky side. What about naked gungings? Nah, naked gungings don't really do anything for me. I do much prefer clothed gungings. Tell us about your venture into Gunge Lads. How did that come about? So yeah, like I said earlier on, it was back in 2007. Gunge Lads had just launched, and I saw a message board posting on the Gunge Club asking for people to apply to take part. So I went to the website and read on the application form that the filming location was North Yorkshire, in Selby to be precise. I remember wondering what filming was going to be like. I thought that there'd be someone who did the script. I thought there'd be another person who manned the camera, someone who did the lights. I had visions of it being filmed in some garage or warehouse. And then it turned out to be a spare room in the producer's house. Funnily enough, thought that the extent of my involvement would be a couple of sketches for a video, but it turned out I was taking part for a year and a half. So what did you do on Gunge Lads? So the things that we would record were sketches, spoof commercials, quizzes, requests. A little bit different from how it is these days, but the things that go on in Selby, eh? And indeed other parts of Yorkshire. Yeah, fair point. Yeah. You've had quite a lot of private gungings in your own place. Tell us about what you've done. Yeah, so I've had quite a few private gungings over the years. Started meeting people by way of the Gunge Club. Sadly, that group no longer exists, but there is also UMD, which is the Ultimate Messy Directory, which is kind of a sort of a social media type website where you can set up your own profile and post your own pictures and videos. And yeah, I've met some people through that website as well. Ah, great stuff. Sounds like the go-to place to make connections. Also, there's the making gunge videos for my YouTube channel as well, and wet videos as well. I've got under the shower a few times, fully dressed. Out of all your gunging so far, what's been your best experience? Best gunge experience. I'd have to say the best experience I had was with a fellow called Bob, who I met about 4 years ago now. And he was just a joy to meet up with. And he was a bit of a rushed arrangement, but he turned up wearing this really impeccable smart suit, and I decided to dress up in some rubber gear, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. I hope he had a lot of fun. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I certainly enjoyed meeting him. Of all the things you can get messed up in, what's your favourite? By far and away, my favourite messy substance has got to be this stuff, Natrazole. Gunge. Absolutely love it. I love that you can get so many different colours of it. I love the consistency of it. I love the way it just slimes up what you're wearing and gets under your clothing. Well, depending on what you're wearing, doesn't really seep through if you're wearing rubber or leather. So, you know, if you're wanting to get it on the inside of your clothes, then you need to pour it in there, and that's always fun. But yeah, just Natrazole, absolutely love it. Are you enjoying being covered in all that slime? I'm loving this. This feels absolutely fantastic. I really am loving it. Like I said, a bit cold, but nah, this feels brilliant. This is just slimy suit heaven. What about getting messy with food? Yeah, some food substances are alright. I wouldn't say that food is a go-to for me when it comes to getting messy, but I have used food in the past. Custard, rice pudding, beans, eggs. But I say for me, when it comes to food, I prefer getting it in my tummy than getting it all over me. And the final question I've got for you: have you any advice for anyone wanting to start out in this fun-packed, crazy world? Ooh, right. I'd have to say, start small. Start off in the bathtub and play around with something small. So getting back to food, something like custard, rice pudding, chocolate sauce. Just find out if you really do enjoy getting messy, because different people who are into wham enjoy experiencing wham in different ways. Some people prefer watching other people getting messy. Some people like being the person who gets gunged. Some people prefer to be the gungers. Some people prefer both. I love gunging other blokes. I love getting gunged by blokes. So yeah, just take small steps to begin with. if you realise, yeah, this is definitely for me, and you want to go further, then yeah, invest in some buckets, invest in some Natrazole. This video is not sponsored by them, but Messy Supplies are the go-to for Natrazole. They've got a fantastic range of Gunge products. So yeah, if you're starting out and you want to take it further, Messy Supplies is the website you want to go to. And maybe further down the line, invest in a inflatable pool. They'll give you more space than what you can get in a bathtub, and they're great for rolling around in the Gunge, and they're great for using when you meet other people. So yeah, that would be my overall advice. Start small, work out just how far you want to take it, and yeah. Well, thank you, Monsieur Prideaux, for giving us this interview. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, you're welcome. Glad to have been here today and got a whole load of slime dumped on top of me. It's fantastic. How about you stand up and show the viewers what your suit looks like all around? Well, you want me to, what, give you a twirl? Yeah, give us a twirl. All right, so yeah. So this is what you've done to my suit. Oh, that looks the business. Looks great. I have no idea what my back looks like, so. But yeah. That's actually another piece of advice that I would give. You've no idea how slippery Natrazole is, which is, yeah, right, it's part of the fun, but you've got to be careful. Otherwise, you'll be arse over tit. Right, okay, invaluable piece of advice there. Thanks very much for coming along. Yeah. Like I said, thank you for the opportunity to have my suit completely gunged. I've just realised there's a big dollop of gunge inside my pocket. Actually, before I do this, one second. I'm going to fill it up a little bit more. Yeah, do what you need to do. Just like that. Here goes. Oh, nice one. Great way to end the video. And thank you everyone for watching. Is it alright if I go get cleaned now? Yeah, of course, you go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so waddle on out of here. Mind you don't go for a tenner and put a hole in the floor. Floors cost money.